All right. Well, let's just start with what you do. So my understanding, like Patrick Carr explained to me briefly, but I want to understand your mission a little bit bigger. So you can just explain what you guys do and how you got into it. Your story. What's your story?
Okay. So Construction Angels is a 501c3 nonprofit charity that started 12 years ago, and we provide immediate financial assistance and grief counseling to the spouse and children left behind when a construction worker has a fatality on the job site. Originally, I had no idea I'd be starting a charity. So I grew up in construction. I'm a third generation of an asphalt family from Ohio. And I loved being in the business. I loved as a kid going to the asphalt plants, and I knew I always wanted to be in construction. So as I got older and went to college and came out, one of my first jobs was in construction. I had gone to the World of Asphalt trade show in 2009 when I met a woman who was collecting money for one of our own. And I said, "What is one of our own?" She told me that she was collecting money for a family who had lost their life on a job site, had left behind a spouse and children. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I never really realized, growing up or as a child, like how many fatalities there really were in construction. So I donated money to her. And then on my way home, I wanted to look up this charity, but the charity didn't exist. So I started looking up the statistics and tried to find any type of charity for construction workers, and there was none at the time. So when I found out that there wasn't a charity, I wanted to obviously know why and how many statistics there were in our industry. So I found out there's approximately 4.5 construction workers killed per working day in the United States. And to me, that was a pretty big number. So I wanted to start raising money for families, and we started in Florida. And 12 years later, we're in 24 states. And as of today, we're just getting into Tennessee. So that'll make 25.
Wow. Well, good job. Thank you for doing that. Obviously, I have a very big heart for anyone who got injured. Our YouTube channel have just passed over 100,000 subs, and every time we have incident in our industry, in the roofing industry, I get GMs. We have two people. Unfortunately, it was not job related; it was suicide. But every time someone passes away, I usually get message to help raise funds, and we've done plenty of GoFundMe. And tell me the difference between GoFundMe and your organization.
Well, GoFundMe is kind of a platform for many people that have causes, whether it's an individual looking to raise money for maybe, somebody's hospital visit or whatnot, or maybe it's somebody, has cancer and they're very passionate about it, but they don't have an actual 501c3 set up. So the difference is GoFundMe is more of a platform that collects a fee. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 9% on the dollar. That when people are donating, they will get the check. They get it in X amount of days after the money's collected when the fundraiser ends. Us, they're donating to a tax-free, tax deduction 501c3, a real nonprofit that, has a cause. So GoFundMe is a good way to donate if they don't have, a benefit or if they don't know the person and they think that's a good cause.
So according to statistics, 4 or 5 days, it was like 1,500 people a year dies in construction. That's the number per year?
Approximately. It's approximately that, yeah.
Okay.
It just depends on the year. I mean, there's different things that happen that are unexpected, unfortunate things that, we never hear about. For example, recently there was 6 construction workers that had fatality, one job site in Maryland. That was, unforeseen.
What happened there?
There was a car that had entered, one car hit another car and it clipped the front end of it. And that car got driven up in between the concrete barricades on a major interstate highway. And there was a group of 5 crew members on the road working there and one woman inspector. And that car came through there in the job site and killed everybody in the job. 5 workers from one company.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was a devastating day for Maryland. That made national news, actually.
I'm pretty sure. So how do you help? How much money you usually raise, and how does it work? Like how much family gets, and what's the proper amount if there is a proper amount? I mean, does work comp insurance help at all? I mean, talk to me about insurance, immediate help, long term help for the family left behind.
Okay. So when a construction worker has a fatality on the job site, we're looking for anybody, whether it's with the company or their family, to go online to our website and complete the online assistance request form. It takes approximately 3 to 5 minutes. That way we can verify employment with the employer and we can find out how many beneficiaries they have. If they have a spouse and children left behind, we donate $7,000 a family right now. If they do not have a spouse or children left behind, we do $2,000 in angel support. That might go to a brother or a mother, somebody handling the financial responsibilities, of the deceased. And we also provide up to $1,000 per family in grief counseling. We assume that it's approximately $100 a session. So we pay the institution directly, and that's up to $1,000. We also provide scholarships. So there's 3 different types of scholarships. For children getting into the construction industry, we're trying to retain them in the construction industry. The second way is if they've lost a parent on the job site, they can apply through us. Both of these, they can apply each year. And the third scholarship is for educational organizations that might need some extra help or some PPE, or anything that they're short on for the year that they can apply through us. And once a year, they can apply each year, and once a year we grant scholarships.
Where are you located?
I'm located in South Florida, around Delray.
Okay.
Delray Beach.
I don't know where it is. How far is it from? I only know big cities like Orlando, Tampa.
We're close to Fort Lauderdale, in between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach.
I see. Perfect.
The charity headquarters is in Lighthouse Point. And what happens when an insurance company gets involved? Obviously, there's a fatality that happens. Some companies have insurance death benefits. For example, the company I previously worked for had a $10,000 death benefit through their company. We hope to get more money. That way we can at least cover a funeral expense, on our own, per family. So we're working on that as we grow. But, insurance gets involved, lawyers get involved. We just handle the immediate financial, response that we can, whatever we can provide to the family for their immediate needs.
I recommend everyone to get, who is working in construction, dangerous, just especially roofers, get a life policy, life insurance. Do you work with any, or you can recommend any life insurance companies that do you endorse at all? Or because I mean, as powerful as GoFundMe and what you guys do, I don't think like on the long term it's enough for the family, and it's devastating to see.
Right.
Like, do you see people have life insurance at all, like in construction fields, or it's pretty common that they don't have anything?
It's pretty common that in our industry they work paycheck to paycheck. And my recommendation to anyone that works in the industry is, number one, you don't need life insurance unless you have a spouse or children left behind, or, somebody else that you're taking care of. But my recommendation would be to make a living will. That way it kind of helps organize your financials, and it tells people what you want to do. And when the unthinkable happens, then there's some preparation there, and we're not all guaranteed tomorrow. So I'm not asking everybody to save, but definitely if you have children or a spouse, a life insurance policy in this industry is probably the best way to go.
Do you help those who got seriously injured but not, did not die? Because we've seen a lot of clips where roofers fall off and they're on the ground, and who knows if they will ever get back to the job force, or they get paralyzed and stuff like that. What happens in those scenarios where you on complete disability for the rest of your life?
Unfortunately, there isn't anything set up right now for those people. The only thing would be through their company if they did have insurance or AFLAC or, some type, I don't know. But I can tell you that there's a lot more injuries than there are fatalities, obviously. I mean, OSHA wants you to report everything that happens on a job site. And unfortunately, we're not as big as the Bank of Americas or whatnot. We wouldn't be able to afford all the work injuries that our construction workers face.
I see. The last question that I have.
We do have a lot of requests.
You do have a lot of requests?
We do. We have a lot of requests for that. Somebody who, we have a lot of requests where maybe somebody drowned on the weekend or somebody died of COVID. We have some people that fell off a roof and are permanently, like you said, permanently paralyzed or can't return back to work. Or they're still in the hospital and they're reaching out to us. But unfortunately, our bylaws, we only deal with fatalities on the job site.
Wow. And even that category probably overwhelms you by how many requests you have and how many people you can help.
Well, we've just had our first national fundraiser in March this past year, the day before ConExpo. And since then, because of that money, we've been able to help a family in Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Washington already.
I want to invite you to our conference. It's going to be December 12, 13. I want to give you guys a booth. So we have 12 to 1,500 business owners show up. Okay. Hopefully we can raise some money there. I know nonprofits is regulated and there's financial data and stuff like that. How does it work? Just tell us about your organization and how someone can donate to you.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you very much for the invite. We will be there. Second of all, we're like an open book. We file an audit, a 990 every year, with the IRS. So, being in 24 states going on 50, different states have different requirements, and, our books are pretty much open to the public. And if you would like ours, we can share those with you as well. If somebody would like to make a donation for a particular state, they can go online and make a one-time donation, or they can just make a general donation to National Fund. And so that's under the donate tab on our website. Make a one-time donation. There's also a recurring donation.
What's the website?
We do have, constructionangels.us, like United States.
Okay.
And there's a donate tab. And under that tab, you can make a one-time donation, a monthly recurring donation. You can reach us at contactus@constructionangels.us and email if you're interested in hosting a fundraiser. Just had a call today from a gentleman who we helped out when his son passed away. And they did a monster truck fundraiser in Iowa. And he said, I want to give back. So he's donating $2,000. So that was nice. So people can mail a check to our headquarters. That's 2436 North Federal Highway, Suite 313, Lighthouse Point, Florida, 33064. Or you can call us at 754-300-7220. If you have any questions or any information about a construction fatality, we'd love to help out right away. The sooner, the better.
Wow. Do you have a lot of people waiting for help right now?
No, we don't have a waiting list. When we hear that somebody needs help, we take care of them right away.
I see. But they have to apply. There's a process.
Oh, yes. Yeah. A lot of times our construction associations will let us know about a fatality of one of their members or that they heard of one. They'll send us Instagram or Facebook or email us links of the news, and then we'll try and track down the company as soon as we can. We'll find out who the company is and reach out to them and ask them to complete the assistance request form. And like I said, it doesn't take more than 3 to 5 minutes, and we can get that approved and reach out to the family for, their immediate financial assistance and make sure we have their correct address and offer them grief counseling.
What are the leading trade in fatalities right now? Is it roofing? Is it? I know road workers are there too.
Right. Well, the hazards of constructions, are slips and falls, being trapped, hit and runs. I definitely know that on the road, with texting and driving or drunk drivers or people not paying attention, they drive right through the construction job site. which is a little different than being on a general construction job site. Your job site's a little secure, but we do plenty of safety, training. We promote our associations who do the safety trainings, but we definitely promote safety on the job sites and try to raise awareness for safety driving through our construction zones as well.
I wanted to keep it a little bit shorter. I want to share information. I hope you guys can make it to the conference. You have a booth. We'll introduce you to everyone. Thank you for what you do. Also, if you don't mind, I would like to add you on our website, roofinginsights.com, and we have over 20,000 people visit our website per month. I would like to add your website to our website under brands we recommend, under charities. So when people come in, visit, they see the brands. They're usually looking for CRMs, resources, and it'll be I want to be associated with you. I want to give you a platform, and I want people to know you. You guys are fighting the good fight. It's very important, and we want to support you any way we can.
Thank you. And I'd like to return that. So I'll get in contact with your people, and thank you very much. And we'll be at the show. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. And if anybody wants to participate in our fundraisers, which are really fun, clay shoots and golf tournaments or 5Ks or cornhole fishing tournaments, you can visit our website under events and pick the state and try to catch up with us on one of our fundraisers. So
awesome. Thank you so much. We'll promote you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Dimitri. Have a great day.